Let's talk Tanya for the 26th of Sivan of a leap year. In yesterday's Tanya, we concluded our discussion about Simsum Shalei Kipshutai. Dr. Rebbe tells us that although the Kabbalah talks about God contracting himself, it doesn't mean that in a literal way, but God is actually present everywhere. However, if we look in the books of Kabbalah, the books of Chasidus, we see that there's much discussion about two different types of energy of God. There's what is called Sovev Kalalman, which is the light, which Sovev literally means surrounds and encompasses all of creation. Then there's the light which is Memali Kalalman, the light which enters and permeates creation. And the fact that the higher infinite light is referred to as Sovev Kalalman, the light that surrounds and encompasses, doesn't that imply that Simsum is Kipshutai, that the contraction actually did happen and God removed himself from the space of creation and he merely surrounds creation? Dr. Rebbe tells us, and this echoes an idea which Dr. Rebbe spoke about earlier on in chapter 48 of Likutei Amarim. He says, no, that's a misunderstanding of what Sovev Kol Almin is. When we talk about the light of God that surrounds creation, it means only in our perception it surrounds us because we can't relate to it and it's not revealed to us. And the example that Dr. Rebbe gives over here is if I imagine, I picture something, an event, a person, a thing, a site, something that I've seen a long time ago, or something even that I'm looking at this moment. The totality of that event or person or thing or object is right now in my mind. But that object is completely oblivious to the fact that it's in my mind. So I'm encompassing it. It's so to say, it is surrounded in my mind, but it's all in my awareness. It is beyond and above and transcends the awareness of the thing which I am envisioning in my mind. In the case of a human being that's envisioning something, all that's in my mind right now is the spiritual form of that object that I'm imagining. Not the physicality, not the actual matter of that thing that I'm envisioning. With God, however, because God's knowledge is actually the source of the physicality, the actual object, it's not only the spiritual concept that is encompassed by God, but the physical being itself is encompassed by God. All of creation is encompassed by God. But God is everywhere. This is not to say that God isn't in the space of this world. He's everywhere within everything, but as he is within everything, he's in a way of transcendence, in a way that his reality is not revealed and apparent over here in creation. That is Sovev Kalalman. That is the light of God that encompasses all the worlds. How about Memala Kalalman, the light of God that permeates the worlds? After all, Sovev Kalalman also permeates the worlds. What's the difference? Well, tomorrow we will discuss the nature of this lower level of divine light, Memala Kalalman, the light of God that permeates creation.